everybody, welcome back to Petra's Happy Place. My name is Petra and I will be your hostess for the next, 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Hopefully I'll keep it within that time frame. So today there's a couple things I'd like to talk about. I think I need to address something that I mentioned in the last video. A couple people were asking about the stitch that I used for Mr. Happy's hat, which is right here, and it's very hard to see the actual stitch because the pattern, the yarn is a marled yarn, and so it's very difficult to see the actual stitch, which makes that very nice because you don't really see any seam. There's no noticeable seam. So I think from now on, using this kind of a material for a hat that has a seam, it's perfect. But I wanted to tell you, I used the same pattern. Now this is not a pattern, excuse me. I just crocheted it. I just took a couple different patterns and kind of like put them together, pieced and parceled them, okay? So let me show you with this one, okay? This is the hat that I made with the mandala tweed stripes, okay? Now, what I did here is I did the back post single crochet, and I don't even know how many rows it is. It's just so many rows to fit around the crown, okay, of the head. All right, and it could be anywhere between 52 and let me start by saying I used an I hook and this is a 4-weight yarn. So I did about 52 to 56. I cannot remember how many rows I did here. Then I stitched them together, and then I just started. I started with one single crochet in each of the ends of that, going all the way around to do like a foundation, okay, on the double crochet. Then I started a half double crochet, and you can see I did it all one way here. Yeah, it's all one way, and then I reversed it and I did it the other way here, and then I went back to doing it the other way. So you cannot really see this particular stitch, but this is supposed to be going, these stitches are kind of laying like this, and this is supposed to be kind of laying like that, or maybe opposite way. I can't really tell. Anyway, the half double crochet, extended half double crochet, you yarn over, put the hook into the stitch, draw up a loop, and instead of drawing, yarning over and bringing it all through all 3 loops, you're going to yarn over, pick up a loop, bring it through, and draw it through that first loop that you've made. Then you're going to yarn over and draw through just 2 loops. So what that does is it causes, let me see if I can find it here, if I can pull apart the stitch a little bit. I'm having a hard time. I don't know if you can see it, but what it does is it has a horizontal, it makes a horizontal stitch, and not a stitch, but a horizontal yarn coming, and then when you yarn over and draw through those last 2 loops, that kind of pulls it to the side. It's kind of hard to explain. So what I'm going to do is, I think I said this in the last video, but I'm going to go ahead and put where I learned how to do that extended half double crochet. I actually learned it like on a blanket. You know, had to do a blanket in the gingham. So I'm going to link that stitch. And if I find any other tutorials on that, I will also put those in the link. Okay? So I hope that answers the question about what stitch I used for Mr. Happy's. I used the exact same stitch, except for you really can't see the slanted, but it just gives it a really nice texture, doesn't it? It just makes it look very nice. Okay? All right, so 2 finished objects that I did this weekend. Today is Monday, so yesterday, like last Saturday night and Sunday, I finished, or I made this. That is a Wamball shawl, and I used the leftover marled yarn from the skein that I made this Mr. Happy's hat. It's the I Love This yarn in a marled denim is what it's called. So I made that shawl, and then I didn't have enough yarn to do the picot edging, so I thought, faux fur, hello. So I put faux fur all the way around it. Doesn't it look elegant on Miss Fancy? Woo, she looks fine. And then I made this one with the latte cakes. I think it turned out rather nice. And I wore it out today, and I got several compliments on it. It just, let me take it off so you can see. And I connected it in the back because Jo from Jo's Web showed me how she did it. And I really like the idea of having it connected in the back so it doesn't keep sliding off. And I think it turned out just lovely. And it's just so soft and silky. So that's my finished object. Okay, so I wanted, I started another little lap gan, I don't want to call it a lap gan, it's just like a little lap throw, if you will, that I'm trying to use some of my stash. So I found one of my, excuse me, my Comfy Cotton Blend in the solid gray, and I had a couple of the Comfy Cotton Blends in the, I think it's called Mai Tai. It's a pink and orangey color, but I just started making, and this is the, I don't know, I think it's called Seed Stitch. I don't know if seed, moss, I don't even remember. Somebody mentioned maybe we should have a series like, what does everybody call this particular stitch? But it's a single crochet, chain one, skip one, single, chain one, skip one, single. That's all it is. And I just think it's turning out lovely. I love the stripe look, and I think I'm going to have enough just from my scraps in my stash just to do one up. And I'm going to start using more of my stash, you all will be happy to know, to make some more little lap gans. I am going to be donating them to my local nursing home, and I have an update on the homeless shelter. If you will remember, I was talking about a dear friend who was going to donate 50 hats to the homeless shelter. I found out from my coworker that unfortunately the homeless shelter is not accepting hats. So she's going to be returning all those hats to me. And it's kind of sad that the homeless shelter isn't doing it, but do not worry. I know the VA will take them. So I'm going to take them to the VA at some point. I do not know when, but I will get them to our local VA, and they will distribute them, and I'm sure they will really appreciate them. Let's see here. I had mentioned also some shout outs, okay, last time I was on, and I failed to put them in the description box, so I will do so in this one, okay? I've even written it down so I'll remember to do it. And to remind you who they were, it was Yarn It Out with Rosalie Wright, and I got her Valentine's Day swap box. And she's going to be getting the one I sent her tomorrow. And I am so excited because we have chosen the day to do our reveals. So we're going to open them together on the same day and do our videos and get them and upload them and publish them, try to get them out the same time. So keep your eye out for when those are going to be released. I've also got J Hook Crochet and More. She's a lovely gal from Germany. Love her. I've been watching some of her videos and I just love them. I love her accent. It's not German. She's not from Germany. So then the other one was Crochet with Con Iliana, and she's got quite a following already, but she's just new to me. Then there's Crocheting in Agreement. I love her. She's just such a sweet, she has a very sweet soul, very sweet spirit. I love that. And then there's Sheila the Crocheting Nurse. And speaking of nurses, I know that the Wreathing Nurse, excuse me, has had a couple videos put up because she is an actual nurse about this whole virus that's been going around. And I'm going to put down her name as well. I'm going to go ahead and link her channel below, just so that you can be aware of what this coronavirus is all about, okay? So, the other thing I wanted to say is that I am so thrilled that I have over 600 subscribers. To me, that just kind of blows my mind. I mean, it hasn't been, but let's see here. August, September, October, November, December, January. Hasn't even been 6 months. So that's over 100 subscribers a month. I'm just blown away. And 100 of those happened in less than a month. I'm humbled. I'm humbled that many people really want to watch what I have to say, to listen to what I have to say. I still can't get over it. Now, I will not be doing another giveaway to my subscribers until I reach 750. So that's going to be exciting because I'm going to do quite a bit, I think. I'm already got my eyes on some things that I'm going to include in a very special box. So, yeah, that would be fun. So if you want to share the video, or however you want to do it, I'm glad you are subscribed. And if you are not subscribed and you're watching this, please do so. Well, you don't have to if you don't want to, obviously, but if you like what you see and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe because there's a lot more of this content, okay? So, that is all that I wanted to share as far as crochet things are concerned. Now, I have something else to share. And it's rather somber, and I'm not trying to bring anybody down, and I'm not trying to incur any pity or anything like that. They're just life facts, okay? I know a lot of people in this yarn community are going through so much, whether it's physical, whether it's like an illness or some kind of tragedy, physical tragedy, loved ones, whether or not it's financial. There's just so much pain and so much hurt, and my heart breaks. It really does, because I think I've shared this before, is that you guys are my yarn family. You're my brothers and my sisters, and when you hurt, I hurt. And it's not that I don't want to know. I really do. I love you guys so much. My nose is getting red. I'm sorry. I'm just getting a little emotional because I love you guys. And I want you to know that this community is something I take very seriously. And I want to do my best to be there for you. And I hope I have been an encouragement to some of you when you're going through your tough times. And if there is ever anything I can do for you, please tell me. I mean, even if I can't do anything physically, I really do want to pray for you, okay? With all that said, I have my own, it's not like news, but many of you know that my mom has some issues. She is struggling, and she has never been formally diagnosed, but I know that she has a form of dementia. And she lives alone. She doesn't want anybody living with her. She doesn't want to live anywhere else. She is determined to be by herself. It's difficult for me because I want to be there with her, but I also want to keep my own independence, and I also want to take care of my family, and I cannot stretch myself so much. And this yarn community, my crochet, and this channel have been my, not just my stress relief, but my passion and my soul. And it's difficult for me because I am likely to be off of the channel for a little while. So I'm not saying I'm not going to be on, but I probably won't be on as often as I would really, really like to. And I probably won't have such a presence even on my Facebook group as I really, really want to, because I want to be real with you all, but I also want to be real with myself. And right now I feel like I need to take time for my mom, and trying, not just for her, but for me and my family, trying to decide what is our next step. And if I am constantly, and I am constantly thinking about all of you and what I want to share with you as far as what I'm working on, and I want to not just share everything. I want you to share with me, but I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to be able to be there 100%. And that has always been my goal, is to give you 100% when I'm with you. And I don't think it's fair to you for me to constantly just be on and off and on and off and on and off. I want to do the right thing. And right now I think the right thing is to just kind of gather myself, gather my thoughts, and just spend some time praying and seeking God's guidance on what I need to be doing with my mom. And I need to keep my mind clear so I can concentrate on her. I hope that makes sense. I know that you all are going to want to pray for me, and I really, really appreciate that. You do not know how much I appreciate that. I will be on I will at least try to make the lives, okay? But I don't know where I'll be filming from. It could be that I'm filming from Happy Mama's place, just because I need to be there. And I think that that's going to be okay. I don't think you guys mind that so much. But as far as during the week and showing you my finished projects and my works in progress and what I've been working on, that's probably not going to be as often as I have been or as I want to. Okay, now that said, I want you to know that I am still going to be crocheting because I need all the stress relief I can get. And I will be working on the, what do you call it, the granny, season of the granny. I think that's what Krista and Glenda are calling it, season of the granny. I guess it's where you take granny squares, any kind of granny squares you want to do, and make something with granny squares. Anything, doesn't make any difference. And it's the cutoff date. We got a couple months to do it. The cutoff date is March 20th. And so I'm going to work on that. And I am still going to be working on my gingham blanket. I'm still going to be working on my Ardith blanket. I started this one. I'm going to be working on that. And I'll still be working on projects. And y'all be expecting a long video for me showcasing all the stuff I get done. Because I'll probably finish quite a few. So I really thank you in advance for supporting me and showing me love. And I can't get over it. You'll see me when I unbox my Valentine swap, and Rosalie will be doing it the same day, and we will be talking about what we're going to do. And this is my very first swap, and I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm really, really excited because I got the box, and I know kind of, I mean, I know what we swapped, but I don't know exactly what it is. So I'm like, ooh, I'm so excited. So I will share all of that with you when I can, okay? Like I said, in the meantime, I hope that you won't take the fact that I'm not going to be on quite as often during the week as a slight. Please just know that I love you guys, and I'm still here, and I will read all the comments I can, and I'll read emails and such, and I'll try to respond as soon as I can. It just might not be right away. But I love you guys very much. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. That means the world to me. And I've met so many great people. Boy, it sounds like I'm leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm really not. I'm just taking just a short hiatus during the week when I'm like swamped with work and stressed with family and mom and all that kind of stuff. I'm not leaving, I promise. I'm still going to be here. And hopefully you'll see something new on Fancy next time, and something new on me, and it's all good. It's all good. I just need time to straighten out my head and straighten out my emotions about what I need to do with mom. Whether we need to place her somewhere, whether I need to move in with her, whether my Mr. Happy and I have to move in with her. I don't know. There's just a lot to consider. And I would covet your prayers. I really would. And anyway, I love you guys. And you have a great rest of your week. And I will see you. I think we're doing the unboxing on the 2nd. So be looking forward to that. Okay? Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.